We usually consider a distillation column as being divided into two main sections. The part of the column below the feed tray is called the stripping section. In the stripping section, light components not wanted in the bottom product are stripped or vaporized out of the liquid flowing down the column. The part of the tower above the feed tray is called the rectifying section. In the rectifying section, heavy materials not desired in the overhead product are condensed out of upward flowing vapors. Let's take a look at how the whole operation works. The feed to a distillation column is often preheated by a furnace or a heat exchanger. When the feed enters the column, some of the lighter components immediately vaporize and begin moving toward the top of the column. The majority of the heavy components do not vaporize and begin working their way down the tower as a liquid. At the bottom of the tower, most of the liquid is removed as bottom product. The rest is sent to a reboiler where it is heated, vaporized, and returned to the column. These hot vapors control the temperature at the bottom of the column. The vapors from the bottom of the column begin moving up through the trays and heat the liquid feed that is coming down the tower. This heat causes light components that are wanted in the overhead product to boil out of the liquid. Some fractions desired in the bottom product are also partially vaporized from the descending liquid. So some components that belong in the bottom product are carried above the stripping section with the vapors. The vapors from the stripping section mix with the partially vaporized feed and begin moving through the trays in the rectifying section of the tower. The lightest vapors do not condense in the column. They go overhead to a condenser where they are cooled to form a liquid. Some columns process materials that will totally condense from the vapor state. In other columns, there may be some very light fractions that do not condense at all. These non-condensables are a valuable energy source and can be sent to the plant fuel system. The liquid formed in the condenser is usually stored in a vessel called an accumulator. Most of this liquid is drawn off as overhead product. The remainder is returned to the tower as reflux to maintain a liquid level on the trays and to cool the hot rising vapors. The liquid reflux controls the temperature at the top of the column. As the reflux begins moving down the tower, it cools the rising vapors and condenses out any heavy materials that belong in the bottom product.